Bro, women only want the top 10% of men. If you don't make six figures, you don't stand a chance.
Facts. They all chasing the same high value dude.
Which half do you want to be in, and what's stopping you?
Top 10% myth. So this is the narrative in these male-centric spaces, right? Only the top 10% of men get women. And then the average guys, they are ass out because they don't get nothing at all. How many of y'all in the chat think that only the top 10% of men get women? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that's true. So when we talk about getting women, what do you think men are talking about? Are they talking about children, marriage, or sex? What y'all think? Be honest. Be honest.
Bro, women only want the top 10% of men. If you don't make six figures, you don't stand a chance.
Facts. They all chasing the same high value dude.
According to the CDC's 2023 fertility report, between 43 and 47% of men have fathered a child.
Here's the truth. Roughly half of men are sexually active or have reproduced, and half haven't. So ask yourself,
Which half do you want to be in, and what's stopping you?
If half the men can do it, it's not impossible. It's you. Stop blaming algorithms for what effort can fix.
Your boy been in the lab. I've been learning. I told you I went to Coursera and I learned how to use ChatGPT, and that led me to take another course on Zora. I created that from that app. So let's go ahead and walk this down. If we know that according to the CDC's fertility report from 2023, the percentage of Hispanic men who have ever fathered a child is 50.1%, white men 43.9%, Asian men 35%, and black men 46%. It's 43.75% of men have ever fathered a child. What do you have to do to father a child? And no, this is not sperm donations for anybody trying to be funny. No, these are men who have ever fathered a child by having sex with a woman. Okay, 43.75%, confirming about 4 out of 5 out of 10 men in America have fathered a child, not just the so-called top 10 to 20%. And also, in regards to marriage, when you calculate the marriage percentages among all men and women, that comes out to about 46.5%. Okay, so about 46.5% of men across races and genders are married. And then I already put this together to show you guys how can all black men be deadbeat fathers when 54% of us don't have children. So realistically, about 4 to 5 men out of 10 are getting access to women. Can we agree on that? So we can already go ahead and remove that top 10 to 20%. However, there are some caveats to that, because you do have men who are getting the bulk of non-committed sex. My theory is that the men who complain about the top 10 to 20% of men getting women, you guys are pissed off that you can't get non-committal sex from women, which is what a lot of the top 10 to 20% of men get. And I really wish I would have clipped this video in here, but the young man, King 68, was at it again. He was just standing outside like he always do. A woman walking by with her boyfriend, I think it was her boyfriend, on Halloween. She seen King 68. She turns around, let go of her boyfriend's hand, and starts talking and flirting with King 68.
Oh, you gonna be at Coco at 305?
I know you.
Where you know me from? Huh?
Pure Vita.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
And the guy, King, he was like, hey, what I'm supposed to do? And he walked off, and she was like still trying to say, I'll call you later or something like that. Yeah, it was a lot. So I think that's what a lot of guys want when they say only the top 10 to 20% of men get women, get sex, not marriage, not children. And there, like I said, there's other caveats in there because of the fact you may not get non-committal sex, but you are able to have sex at some point. At least 5 out of 10 men are able to have sex. So I just wanted to put this into a better perspective when we talk about the top 10 to 20% of men. And it also confirms something for me as well. And this is something that a lot of men probably don't want to admit. But men love hoes. It's true. Because that's why y'all complaining. Y'all love hoes. Hoes make the world go round.
Why men love hoes. The first thing that crosses a man's mind when he meets a new woman is how she looks. Before you stop reading like, I knew there was a catch, I gotta look like Beyonce and shit, calm the fuck down and let me continue. Guys react to beauty, but looks alone do not enchant. When a man meets a new woman, he unconsciously judges her level of pretty. She's sexy, cute, okay, or ugly. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that because it is just the reality of how male brains work.
So the reason why I put those two pictures flanking the book Hoe Tactics by G.L. Lambert, we did a full review of this. I put the two pictures because society is under the impression that 304s only look like the women to the left. But in real life and in the real world, they look like the women on the right. But I think making this caricature of a woman who is just obviously out there, and not saying these women on the left are 304s, this is AI, but this is how society likes to paint it. But all of them look the same, bro. It don't matter how they dress. They all going, okay? Let's continue.
Of course, having certain body features make women more attractive. For example, I once watched how my friend started talking to the more classically beautiful of two friends while sitting in a hotel lobby.
Listen to this.
The moment the less attractive friend got up to go to the bar, his eyes lit up at the sight of her ass. Once she came back, my friend immediately switched his focus to the donkey booty girl.
Y'all hear that? How many of y'all men been in that situation? And I'll paint the picture for you. You going to a bar, you going out, chill out or whatever. You see two women at the bar. You being nice, you go up there, you have a seat. You're like, hey, ladies, how y'all doing? Once they turn towards you, you see one of them is a little bit more attractive than the other one. Not saying that the other one is ugly. She's just average. And the other woman is pretty. Okay? So your eyes immediately go to the more pretty woman, right? So you start trying to talk to her a little bit to give her friend a hint that, hey, I'm kind of interested in her and not so much you. However, when the woman that is not as attractive, when she stands up to go to the bathroom, what's she dragging back there? It's a whole wagon. It's a bunch back there, and you look and you're like, oh shit. Now all of a sudden you start, entertaining too. Start become Jack Tripper, Three's Company and shit. Cause you like, I can't lose because this one got a big booty, but she just ain't as cute as the other one. But I can't lose with either or. So now I'm gonna be gaming up both of them to see where I can get in, where I fit in. We know the game. Okay.
Ass upgraded her beauty over that of her friend's face. Breast upgrades, legs upgrades, even hair upgrades. Doesn't matter how fake any of it is, men don't really care where it came from as long as it looks good in motion.
And don't lie. And this is what F's up a lot of women in these conversations. They be thinking something different. I know it's a lot of dudes in the chat saying you don't like BBLs. But if that BBL was bouncing around ready to get to it with you, guess what? You going.
High roller, I roll it up and then I get it with the pot smoker. I pick her up and then she suck it, she's a low blower. I thought I know her, but the hoe was hella bipolar. I told her bitch I ain't got nothing but a job for her. Handbreaker slam dunking like a Michael.
And I know some guys out there, media man, I don't like BBLs. But the majority of y'all asses, y'all don't mind a BBL if she ready to get to it. You probably won't marry her, but you will sneak in with one. Am I lying? Where you at in the chat? Who gonna be the one that's gonna sell this bold-faced lie? because there's a lot of women with BBLs that's living luxurious lifestyles of dudes that's sending likes and, you know, and sharing videos and pictures and shit of you know, Instagram baddies and shit. Yeah, I know. All them views add up. Okay, you ain't got to be spending on OnlyFans, but if y'all sitting there sharing videos and liking pictures, viewing them every time a woman go viral, hell, I asked for, you know, recommendations. Y'all sent me a whole bunch of women. You know what I'm saying? Like Meaty Men, you can use her for example. I know the game. You can be honest. We gonna be honest over here, man. This ain't your normal little male-centric space, man. Yeah, y'all don't mind a BBL or two.
There is something even more powerful than blemish-free skin, D-cups, Malaysian hair, and an ass that you can sit a Ciroc bottle on. It's called charm. To engage a man and flirt with him in a way where you stroke his ego will always win him over. Charming a snake is similar to charming a man. You hypnotize them into a comfortable state, and from there you can do with them what you will. Compliments, flirty sass, and sexual body language will bring a man to his knees. Keep in mind that men don't know for sure that you're attracted to them. They assume it. No matter how cocky he acts, he still craves the ego stroke of your attention. To confirm your attraction under the pretense of flirting, will put the biggest Kool-Aid smile you've ever seen on his face. We will get into the ins and outs of flirting later, but for now, let's focus on the psychology, because you should never test these things out without first understanding what's mentally at play. Hoes have mastered the art of flattery, and that more so than their appearance makes them sexy.
So, and the reason why I've been spending a lot of time on books like this to try and educate, I told you guys, I think this is where a lot of young men are lacking, because you don't have enough, I guess, time spent around women to understand how they move. So I'm using all these books, these manipulation tactics books, to help you guys understand how a lot of women are moving on the dating market. Okay. So hopefully some of this stuff is sticking, you know, is sticking, because women understand that they flirt with you a little bit, a little hand on the knee, laughing at your jokes, you know what I'm saying? Whispering in your ear and shit like that. They know the game. Like, you know, Robin Givens did Eddie Murphy.
I need you.
I need you. I need you.
Come here. You're
Yeah? Trying to seduce me on the sneak.
When I seduce you, if I decide to seduce you, don't worry. You'll know.
See that? She's good. And she had Marcus tied up in some panties. That's why I'm playing all these videos. So hopefully you guys will remember this when you're engaging with women, and you can kind of understand the signs, because that's the easiest way that they can get into your wallet. Edwards Reed $2 bomb said, I can't lie, I'll take a BBL down. Yeah, man. And again, I know it's not all dudes. I know some of y'all have, you know, certain standards. Like, yeah, I like natural women. I don't like BBLs. I ain't gonna mess with them. But one thing you have to ask yourself, are you saying that because you're not able to attract a BBL woman? Or are you saying that from a place where you've been offered the chance to talk to a girl with a BBL and you turned her down because of your standard of not dealing with the woman who has a BBL? All right, it's because if you ain't never been in the game, then what you saying, I don't like BBLs. You just saying that, but you ain't never had a shot at one. Not saying that they some sort of prize, but what I am saying is make sure your ideas and your standards are from a place where you've been offered the chance to talk to a woman with a BBL. If not, then I don't think that your opinion matters in this. And the reason why I say this is because the conversation gets confusing to women, because they'll say, I see men giving women with BBLs attention on social media. In a woman's mind, they think men want to marry that woman. No, there's been multiple men explain this to women, but they still don't get it. No, when you see a woman with the BBL, you know, fake titties and shit like that, most men is like, yeah, that's a woman good for a short time and not a long time. And it's that simple. Men know how to do that, but for some odd reason, women still want to run around. Y'all give them the attention. No, they give them sexual attention. You want that? You should take it as a badge of honor if you're not getting all this overt, you know, hey, let me see you shake it and twerk it up and down. If you're not getting that, you're doing something good. Okay? So it's very simple. And I always like playing these videos because I understand that there is a lot of black men that have great jobs now, and you guys are doing very well for yourself in regards to income. But where you're lacking is those man/woman hours in relationships. And these women kind of prey on guys like that. You know, like you have the money, you're doing well for yourself, but they're like, yeah, I know how to get to his wallet by charming him. And then if she pretty and you actually like the woman and she curated that, it's very tough to let her go or see any signs that she's trying to just simply get money at her, because you're going to think that you're saving this woman. And that's why I always say, young men, single men, y'all need to have some sort of standard. And I got a list here that I want to share with you guys that when you go out on this dating market, this needs to be, you know, set in stone when you're dealing with these women out here. Okay.
Financial stability. Stop dating women who can't pay their own bills. If she needs saving before she's your woman, she's not ready to be one. Physical health. Date women who respect their bodies. It's not about perfection, it's about discipline. 3, reciprocity. Match her energy and effort. If she never pours back into you, she's not your teammate. 4, emotional maturity. Don't entertain chaos. Maturity is about communication, not emotional games. 5, accountability. If she's never wrong, she's never growing. Accountability is how adults build, not blame. Values alignment. Shared direction matters more than shared hobby. Sexual discipline. Value peace over sex. Every man pays. Some with money, others with peace. Choose your currency wisely. 8, communication. Pay attention to tone, not just words. Contempt destroys more relationships than lies ever will. 9, social reputation. Protect your image by protecting hers. Privacy is protection, not secrecy. 10, cooperation and femininity. You're not dating another man, you're dating a woman. Teamwork, not competition. These aren't rules to control women. They're reminders to control yourself. Because when you raise your standards, you filter chaos. Real men don't chase perfection. They live by principle. That's the medium man code.